Welcome to This Is the Day with Drew Crisp.
And me, Bo Chansay.
That's right.
How you doing, bud?
Woo! Living the dream.
Are you now?
I am.
Sweet.
I think so. You know, honestly, Bo, it's one of those days where a little bit of rain, and then yesterday here where we are, overcast. So you're thinking, is it going to be one of those again? And I'm okay if it is.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm okay if it is going to be overcast.
Yeah, it's like spring has sprung, but it's cold. Mm-hmm. Yeah. There was a moon. I'm not sure if you're aware of this.
Yeah, I know them. Yep.
It's a satellite that orbits the Earth.
Yep.
Okay. And they called it a worm moon.
Worm moon.
Worm moon.
Okay.
I know this because I was wide awake at 4:15 this morning because it was like daylight in our bedroom. And so
it's so bright.
It was such a bright moon.
Okay.
It was so close too.
Okay.
So I got up and started my day. And but I was sitting there. I was like, I got to find out about this moon. What's going on with this moon?
Yeah.
What's the deal?
Yep.
It was a worm moon.
Worm moon.
That's right.
Okay.
Worm moon.
What makes a moon so wormy?
Well, that's what I thought. I was like, are there worms in the cheese? You know, what's going on here? And it comes from like the Farmer's Almanac.
Ah.
And, you know, they had like seasonal things that would happen. So the theories would be that this is the time of year where worms start to appear.
Yeah.
So when you have this particular full moon, this would be the worm moon.
That's right. There was one morning where the birds, every bird was alive and they were out. You know, it was just all this. And Kaylee was like, well, it's the worms.
Well,
Kaylee
see,
had
there,
talked about
I mean,
the
right,
worms.
the early bird there didn't get the worm because
Right.
it was pre-worm moon.
So you got to be up early. Like in the bird community, it's like, hey, it's even earlier than you think on that worm moon. You got to get out there
You gotta be ready.
because you can see.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the worms won't wait for every bird.
No, they won't.
No.
No.
All right, Drew, you ready for this Monday edition of This Is the Day?
I'm absolutely ready.
We're up and at 'em.
Up and at 'em.
I've been up and at 'em for quite some time.
This is like mid-morning for
The
you.
day's half over for me. People are just waking up, getting some coffee. I'm like, siesta? Maybe time. But before I siesta, I do have a verse of the day.
Absolutely.
You ready for this bad boy?
Need it.
All right, it's from Genesis 16:13. And it says, she gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees me. For she said, I have now seen the one who sees me.
Okay.
I'll read it again.
Yeah.
She gave this name to the Lord who spoke to her. You are the God who sees me. She said, I have now seen the one who sees me. What jumps out at you there, bud?
You're the God who sees me, which is interesting. Like, you're the God that, like I read into it, this, like when you actually are able to see someone, like, I feel seen. You know, you hear that phrase, I feel seen. Like, you're the one who can actually interpret who I am. Like, not just what I'm trying to present out to everyone else, but like what's true and inside. That's interesting that she articulated that back to God. Yeah.
Yeah, I believe the Hebrew there is El Roi,
Okay.
and it's a name that for God, the God who sees me.
Oh, okay.
And it's really, really rich in meaning just to say, there is a God who sees me, who cares about me, who is interested in me. I have significance and value regardless of what, you know, my circumstances might say. If I'm being written off by others or ignored by my family, or life circumstances are such that I would often be overlooked, there is the God who sees me. And it makes himself known as well. And so because that's what she says, I have now seen the God who sees me. And so I love that about God. Not only does he see us, but he is making himself known to us. And when he sees us, he always sees us, but he always looks on us with love.
Yeah.
So that goes back to something we've talked about quite a bit over the last year. God is watching you. God is watching you. You know, is that a threat? Or is that a blessing to go, oh yeah, Like the God who sees me. Some of us might be like, well, I'm not down with that.
Right. I always feel like somebody's watching me. All right, go ahead.
A little creepy.
Yeah, a little creepy.
But yeah, I mean, like, I think the beauty of that is God is always up in our business, and there can be some maybe troubling things about that or frustrating things about that, but He always sees us, and what a gift it is to know that and to know Him.
Yeah, it is beautiful to know that there is someone who can see beyond like what you're trying to like. Hey, I'm trying to put this costume on. I'm trying to put on this persona. I'm trying to, and it's like, hey, I know even behind all that, and like even the insecurities that you're trying to, you're trying to compensate for, and it's okay. Like, I can actually show you even beyond that who you truly are. I can help you mature and grow into who I made you to be. It's like that conversation is always going on and is very helpful.
For sure.
Yeah.
And anytime we can begin to see ourselves as God sees us, then that is a big game changer. We're working on a message right now. Our preaching team will be sharing here in a couple of weeks in a new series we start after Easter called Connect 4. And the first message in that series is Connect to You. And like, who am I? What am I here for? And that great identity question. And to know that I'm created by God, for God. I'm created by God to be in a relationship with God. And the ramifications of that, are incredible, that I am loved and I am valued and I am significant. I mean, these are really, really important things. So that's where our identity really comes from and is shaped and defined, is by our Creator, and not from us. And so identity confusion or unknown or doubt or whatever, anytime that we are unsure or unsteady in who we are, then that is a very troubling place to be. And so I empathize with anyone when that is going on.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
And I believe God does too, because He wants us to know.
Yep. I would agree.
Very cool.
Connect to You. That's a really cool, interesting series. I'm excited about it.
Yeah, Connect 4. So it will be Connect to You, Connect to God, Connect to People, Connect to Mission.
Okay.
So and as we pray for one, all those things will happen. Like, we'll really understand who we are, but only in relation to God.
Yeah.
And so then what does it look like to connect to God? That worshipful response. What does it look like to connect to people with the love of God that He is pouring into us, how that changes every relational dynamic? And then what does it look like to really connect to the purpose and ministry and mission of Jesus to go into all the world, which would be our world, our homes, neighborhoods, communities, to share this incredible message of hope and grace and love.
Connect 4.
Connect 4.
I'm excited.
Yep. I'm excited too. Less excited about...
No, you're excited.
I'm not excited.
You're excited.
I said less excited.
Okay.
Which was an overstatement. Because that could imply some excitement regarding this particular part of This Is the Day, the calendar page moment.
Here we go.
All right, I've been quite vocal about my dislike of the random acts of kindness.
It's just such a funny concept that I've been vocal about my dislike for random acts of kindness.
Well, I am.
I'm gonna call them out. I can't.
I know it troubles people. Like, how can you hate random acts of, first of all, they're not random.
Right.
If you're planning to do it, it's no longer random.
That's a true statement.
Yeah, and personally, I'm in favor of doing kind things. I think that's great, and practice, does help us out and makes us, it helps, ingrain that into us. But if we're filled with kindness, then we will act kindly.
Yeah.
And so if we have the Holy Spirit, part of the fruit of the Spirit is kindness.
Yeah.
So I don't know how random I want it to be. I would rather, that kind of be an important part of every day, to be kind. And then the examples, like the things they do, just sound like being a halfway decent human. Not like anything special. Like, okay, this is the day I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
All right, so you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
It's a random act of kindness page. And it says, find out something new about a coworker. You ready for this? Okay. When you see someone almost every day, it can be easy to get caught in the motions of familiar conversation. Make an effort to learn something new about a coworker. A sliver of compassionate conversation can be all it takes to show a person how genuine and caring you are. Plus, it may evoke a fascinating chat or new friendship. Give a compliment, talk about something that interests you, and make sure that you listen, listen, listen.
Okay. Yeah, this is good.
So like, I feel like we've just done this.
It's been a whole year of this.
Isn't this what we're doing right now?
Yes, yes. But I think we should probably give an example on display if someone's like, how do I, get to know my coworker?
Okay.
All right, so I think I got a question for you.
Oh, you're gonna, okay. So this is your random act of kindness.
This is my random
for
act
the
of
day.
kindness. I'm a coworker. That's probably pretty loose, Bo. Are we coworkers?
We are I don't know how much work you do.
Okay, all right. And so if you're there and you're sitting, and maybe you guys are at the, you're at the cubicle, you're at the water cooler,
At the cube or the cooler?
or on the Zoom call, and you're the only two
the
on.
Zoom.
Okay,
I'm shortening everything.
thank you.
It's my new thing.
Yep. You turn to and you go, hey, Bo, when was the first time you lost somebody that you really loved, like they died?
Well, first of all, none of your business.
Okay. I might not be very good at
I mean,
this.
I was already prepared for that particular answer, but
Sorry. Okay, so it needs to be light. You can't just deep dive.
I would like to step into your grief, and if it's not raw right now, let me irritate it for you. Was that your plan?
Yes. So they probably mean, hey, what do you like to do on your days off, or
Have you ever had to put a pet down?
have you ever had to put a pet down?
What was that like for
Talk
you?
about that experience.
That's horrible.
When was the first time you knew that love was impossible for you? No. What are you doing? Let's have fun as coworkers.
How do you cope with the fact that you are utterly alone in this universe?
Well, I work here. Yeah, okay. So
Do a lot of spreadsheets.
a lot of spreadsheets.
Yeah.
I pretty much just focus on Excel and hope everything works out.
I try. I'm pretty well known. I'm an awkward individual socially, and probably in other ways as well. So I own it. I admit it. But I try to connect with the coworkers.
Yeah.
And understanding too that in our work environment, at some level, I'm the boss
Right.
too. So I get all that. But I get shut down. Wasn't sure if you knew this or
No,
not.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. You see me walk the building.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm walking the building. I get a stopping point, something, I have a break between meetings or things I need to do. I walk the building and I'm doing exactly what this page is saying. Just like, hey, what's up? How you doing? What's going on? What are you interested in? What's happening here? And man, there's sometimes I just get I'm like, okay, all right, message received. I will move along, little doggy.
Do you have it where there's a lot of chatter maybe happening, and then you walk in and it's
Yep, they shut her down.
what?
And then make it very clear that my presence is not welcome. Honestly, that's the only reason I bring the golden retriever up to
Right.
the office, Griswold. He's my ticket in.
He's my ticket in.
Without him, nobody would talk to me.
And the thing is, I would lead with the questions that I led with, and so I don't really get very far. People are like, well, Drew's he's just trying to play a bit, and I'm out. I don't want to, I've got real things I want to talk about, Drew, and apparently you don't want to know about them, so.
So that's why we end up talking to each other.
That's why we talk to each other, yes.
I've been trying to figure that out. I'm like, I go to, we hang out, enough on This Is the Day where I'm like, I go to walk the building and I'm like, and then I end up with you.
Yeah, that's it.
And you know what we end up doing? Working on a bit.
Working on bits, yeah.
Bits that we'll never use.
Never used. They're not allowed. Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
So, kindness. Just be kind.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to be random.
It doesn't be
You
random.
don't even have to act. You can actually be.
I love it. It's like, be interested in others. It's a random act of kindness.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, like listen to somebody. Acknowledge another person's existence. How about that?
And when they're talking, don't formulate your next sentence. All right.
Okay. People are like, that's where you lost it.
That's where you lost me now.
What are you talking about? How else am I gonna participate in this conversation if I'm not formulating my next sentence
keep
while
it.
you're talking.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, okay.
That's good.
All right, then we have another page that gives us a day to celebrate. Today's a great one.
Yep.
Today is Vietnam Veterans Day.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which I think is super important. Those veterans who served in the Vietnam War.
Yep.
A day where they're remembered and even celebrated, and we're thankful.
Yep.
Very, very difficult and a lot of challenges there. And I think that's a wonderful day to celebrate.
Yeah. Well, I was born in '83. My mom graduated in 1972 from high school. And I remember her telling me that, like, around the time of the Vietnam War, soldiers' dog tags would be given, and it would be, if you had that name, you were to, pray and remember, pray for their family, all this. And so she had this particular gentleman's name. And so when we went to Washington, D.C., you got the wall. We spent some time, significant time, trying to find the name. We eventually found his name. And it was a pretty moving moment, for both of us. And so, like, I think, as you see that wall of names, and it's just each name representing not only just them, but just families that have been impacted, it's something that we should, like today, stop and go, yeah, I mean, wherever we land, on our political ideology, these are real people with real lives, and yeah.
Yeah, we've had, real experiences. And I would hope that, today would be a great day to remember, too, to pray.
Yeah.
For people who had those experiences and were there, and not to forget about that.
Mm-hmm.
I think that would be a wonderful way to honor those Vietnam veterans.
Yep. That's absolutely right.
For sure. For sure, for sure. All right, Drew, that's real deal stuff, but we do some trivial things
Absolutely.
from time to time. One trivial thing we do is we play Trivial Pursuit.
We pursue the trivial.
We pursue the trivial, and we do it every day. So we're going to play Trivial Pursuit. 6 questions on a Trivial Pursuit card. I'm going to guess at all 6. I want you to guess at all 6. Put your answers in the chat. Just give it a whirl. Give it a shot. You never know.
You really don't.
You never know. And if you get all 6 right, we'll send you a congratulatory Fun Dip from the Fun Dip box. I believe there's some razzle dazzle cherry yum diddly dip in there. It's pretty amazing. So we have the original 81 edition of the classic board game Trivial Pursuit and the 40th anniversary. It looks like you went new.
I went new.
Dealer's choice. So these cards are hot off the presses.
Okay, this is blue.
Blue, geography.
Which African country is home to the Gombe National Park, Gombe National Park, where Jane Goodall did her revolutionary study on chimpanzees? So African country, home to the Gombe National Park, where Jane Goodall did her revolutionary study on chimpanzees.
We've had this card before.
Never mind.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just letting you know. Draw from the middle there.
The middle. Go in the middle. Okay. Tanzania was the answer to that question. We've had it. Okay.
Blue, geography.
Yeah. Okay.
You think we've had this one too?
I think so. But which U.S. state is home to the quirky roadside attraction known as Corn Palace?
Well, my answer, I don't know if we've had this.
Okay, never mind then.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'll tell you in a minute.
I saw a...
Corn Palace?
Yeah, I saw a documentary on this.
On the Corn Palace?
On the Corn Palace.
Oh my goodness.
It's absolutely impressive. U.S. state home to the quirky roadside attraction known as the Corn Palace.
Well, I would narrow it down to 2 to guess from. I don't know if either is correct, but Nebraska and Iowa. Nebraska is like the Cornhusker state. So Nebraska? Iowa? Neither?
Neither. They're looking for South Dakota.
Okay.
Right.
What's it called?
It's called the Corn Palace, and
Corn
in
Palace.
South Dakota, it's
South Dakota.
a true mecca for corn lovers. That's what it says on the side there. But yeah, it's completely decked out in corn. Okay. Pink.
Pink, entertainment.
Okay. Which moody social media sensation became the first feline?
It's Grumpy Cat. We've had this card.
See, that's what I thought.
Okay, new card.
Wrote Hamilton. Lin-Manuel. New card. Here we go. Come on. Come on.
Try again.
Try again. Okay. Blue.
Geography.
In 1814,
Okay. We took a little trip.
Napoleon Bonaparte was exiled to what island in the Mediterranean? You have options.
It's Elba.
You've had it?
No.
Oh, okay.
But I have options?
Yep. Corsica, Elba, or Malta.
Okay. The answer is Elba.
Elba is correct.
Okay. I don't think we've had this, but we'll see.
From where he escaped only to be sent to St. Helena after his final defeat at Waterloo. Yeah. That's where Idris is from.
Who?
Idris Elba.
Oh.
All right.
Okay.
Pink.
Pink. Entertainment.
What are the stage names of the 5 Spice Girls?
Okay.
You gotta name all the Spice
I
Girls.
gotta name all 5?
All 5.
I gotta name all 5.
All 5.
All right.
What are the stage names of the 5 Spice Girls?
Here we go.
Okay.
Baby.
Yep.
Sporty.
That's right.
Posh. Man. Drew, tell me what I want. What I really, really want.
Well, I'll tell you what you want.
Okay, I got 3. Those are correct. Scary.
That's right.
I like scary.
That's
Scary
right.
spice. And
This last one's the hardest.
it's the hardest?
I think it's the
I
hardest.
would have thought posh was the hardest.
Yeah.
Because this one has a Y on it, right?
No.
No?
No why?
Okay. Baby, sporty, scary, posh, and fancy?
Fancy Spice.
Oh, it was the but there was like one that was like fashionable,
Yeah. Yes.
and that's this one, right? Okay.
Yep.
And the name is
I'll give you. Okay. I feel like Ariana could play this one.
Ginger Spice.
Yes.
Thank you. I remember it.
Okay. You got it.
That's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
I had to name 5.
5. That's
a tough
lot.
card.
That's a
I got
tough. Yellow.
It's like the only one. Ginger is a spice, right?
Ginger spice. It's the only one that's actually a spice. I think so.
Okay. It's a root. I know
Yeah.
that. Okay, what? Yellow?
Yellow.
History.
Okay. This is true or false.
Oh boy.
The first apple pie
False.
was made by American colonists in Boston. The first apple pie was made by American colonists in Boston.
How would you even know?
True or false? I know. Was this documented?
How would, there was never an apple pie made anywhere else
Nope.
in the world. Well,
Yeah,
it has to be false.
it is absolutely false. You're right.
You can't, even if they said true, I would
doubt it.
be like, I'm gonna challenge this.
Right. The first recorded recipe is from the 14th century, 14th century England. So, yeah, purple.
Purple, so it's as English as apple pie is what we're saying. Okay. Uh-oh.
It's as English as apple pie.
Would you say purple?
Yeah.
Art and literature.
Okay. With what color is the boy's name Rufus commonly associated? With what color is the boy's name Rufus commonly associated? R-U-F-U-S, Rufus.
What color?
What color?
Rufus.
Rufus.
So when you flip the card and made that face, I would assume it wouldn't be red then. Because is it red? Mm-hmm. Okay, red's the
Yes,
answer. Okay.
specifically brownish red or reddish brown. What does that mean? I'm so lost.
Why would just red Rufus? I
Oh, okay.
don't know. Is that really closest? to
Okay.
me? That was the guess I was going to make. It was a guess, though.
Yep.
Red,
Yep. Green.
green, science and nature.
Okay. What is the name? What is the name of the rare second full moon in a single month?
Worm. I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. I was about to say, like, what? What is the name of the rare second full moon in a single month?
Man. Second full moon in a month.
Second full moon in a month.
What's the name?
Yep.
That's not the harvest moon.
And I believe this was first named that in Boston. I'm just
The
kidding.
apple
I'm
pie
just
moon.
making, just making things up.
I will say The blood moon. I don't know.
You're so close. Oh my gosh. Final answer, blood moon?
Yep.
It's blue moon.
The blue moon.
Blue moon. Yeah.
Darn it.
Yes.
Should have gotten there.
Orange.
Once in a blue moon.
Once in a blue moon.
They're rare.
They're rare.
Got it. Now I understand that. Okay. Oh, what'd you say? Orange?
Orange.
Sports and leisure.
Yep. Okay. Chuck Foreman lost his chance to win the NFC rushing title in 1975 when a Buffalo fan hit him in the eye with what? Chuck Foreman lost his chance to win the NFC rushing title in 1975 when a Buffalo fan hit him in the eye with what?
Buffalo, New York, right?
Yeah. So like a Bills fan decided he was gonna.
Okay. My answer is a beer bottle.
Final answer?
Yep.
Snowball.
Oh, that makes more sense.
I guess he threw a snowball
Yeah.
and hit him in the eye.
So all those getting tackled and everything didn't do it. It was got took out by a snowball.
He got taken out by a snowball. Oh man.
Okay.
Okay.
I did not get all 6 right, but if you did, let us know
That's right.
and send you a congratulatory fund. That was a gettable card.
It's good, yeah.
Yeah.
Blue moon.
Blue moon.
Yep.
I'm really bummed that I didn't get that one.
You had worm moon on the I mean, you were already in the
I
worm
know, I
moon
already did.
space.
I was feeling wormy. That's weird.
Feeling wormy. Anybody else feeling wormy today?
What a horrible way to feel. How you feeling today? Wormy.
Wormy. I feel like I'm just kind of, I scoot into a conversation, nobody wants to talk to me.
I believe I will practice social distancing with you. Okay. I keep hoping all this practice will make perfect.
I'm practicing.
I like to keep people socially distant from me. Every Day with Jesus,
Every day?
our daily devotion in 140 characters or less. Thought for the day says, God's wisdom provides the perspective, power, and courage to face trials, withstand temptation, and take action. His wisdom is essential. And then our verse is Proverbs 14:6. The mocker seeks wisdom and finds none, but knowledge comes easily to the discerning. Just think about that.
Perspective, power, and courage. Man,
To face trials, withstand temptation, and take action.
wow.
Yes, it's not passive.
Not passive at all.
Yeah, wisdom's not passive.
Yeah.
Wisdom's active.
Yep.
I like that.
That's good. And it's also interesting to say, like, you can have power. Like, power is, in our context, maybe where we live, sometimes maybe not something to be, or like you're greedy if you're going for power, but it's like if it's God's power,
To be empowered.
to be in power.
Yeah, to do what he's called us to do.
Yeah.
That's a wonderful thing.
Yeah.
Because I think so often we do feel powerless, maybe even because we are, because we've denied God's wisdom and gone our own way, done our own thing, and tried to follow some kind of worldly wisdom in a foolish way. So we are powerless, but we're empowered when we do hold to his wisdom.
That's good. That's good.
We have, in 2021, I haven't talked about this, but a calendar that hangs out in our bathroom at home. And it's a love calendar. And it's
Love
got
it.
little love quotes every day. Sometimes they're good, sometimes who cares, you know, but it's a conversation starter for the songstress and myself. And the power thing made me kind of laugh because yesterday's calendar page says, "What is a queen without her king?" That was what is a queen without her king? And then it said, historically speaking, more powerful. And I was like, yeah, that checks out.
That checks out.
Yeah,
That checks out.
that really does.
Historically speaking, more powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they got me there. It sucked me in. I was like,
Yeah.
cliche.
Yeah.
But then, yeah,
Yeah.
well played.
Well played.
Love calendar in the bathroom. All right, well, this is the day. We hope you have an amazing Monday.
Absolutely.
It's a bit blustery in these parts.
Yep.
But hang on. We'll catch you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.